Okay, let's move on to the regular order of business. Would be the minutes from the February 2nd meeting. Melville Magistrates.
Motion approved.
Motion by Sam Hutchins to approve, or second by Jerry Hahn. All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. Next will be your bills list and your municipal bills list. Questions?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
And
Motion.
transfer.
Motion by Keith Metcalf to approve the bills and transfers. Is there a second? Second by Bernard Ice. Further discussion? All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion carried. Next on the agenda would be the Sheriff's Office building renovation. In your mailbox, I put a proposal to, as you walk into the Sheriff's Office, the Sheriff's Office basically wide open with the help. There's a counter, but there's no other protection. People can actually come over the counter. The Sheriff is asking us to consider putting up a glass frame with some glass in it to protect the deputies that are assisting, especially, I think, Sheriff, you've had a couple incidents that have been a little scary to your Anybody have any question with that?
How tall is the glass gonna be? It's not gonna meet the ceiling, but it's gonna be, I'm assuming 8 foot, because it's gonna have a door on the right-hand side with a header and a keypad to come.
Be tall enough to where nobody can
Climb over, yeah.
I mean, if somebody was really willing to, it's not actually an external barrier.
I gotta tell you.
It's just something.
Did take much some time for us
Right.
to deterrent. I need a motion to approve because it's beyond the expenses what I'm allowed to spend. Motion by Jerry Hahn, second by Jeff. All approve, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. $8,050. That's the lowest bid. That's the second. Yeah. Next on the agenda is the CPI for elected officials, the county judges, county clerk, the sheriff, and jailer. The CPI. Me, I don't know if you get a copy of that in your mailbox. That's okay. It's 0.7295. 0.7295. So what we need is the court to approve authorizing the treasurer to make sure that's in our budget. Motion approved by Keith Metcalf, second by Jerry Hahn. All approved, say aye.
Aye.
Disapprove? Motion will carry. What are you laughing at, Sam?
That's the first time I ever voted yes on it.
Okay, on the agenda, the animal shelter and clinic reports in your mailbox. I just want to bring that to your attention. This is an annual report that Judy puts together every year for us. If you want to have any questions, please see me on it. Media, I believe you got a copy of it as well. Interesting reports of how much work actually goes on after the shelter, and they do a good job for us. Next on the agenda is the airport request. Jim put together a report for you guys in regards to request the air board had made to us to do some work out to the air board. You know, in reviewing and going through Jim's report and then studying how our operation goes for the next 6 to 8 weeks. In February, we'll be starting the bulky item pickup. And then during that process, there's generally anywhere from 20 to 30 work orders in a box that need to be done on almost every year. You can count every magistrate, including myself, requesting the road department to get that work done immediately. And therefore, I'm recommending that the air board look at alternative measures to getting their project completed without the county performing their services. Anybody have any objection to that? Discussion?
What's their timeframe to get the project completed? You know,
They probably won't get it done. They'll have to combine it with some other work that they're looking at doing. The bids were too high. The FAA didn't want to use the contract.
And right now, Philcon's the only contractor that's bid it.
I talked to Jerry yesterday about it. asked him if they would rebid, I'd be glad to help them rebid it, if that's what he wanted to do. He said that they'll probably have to combine it with the overlay project, which he's working on a grant on that right now.
This is.
So this money, I guess they'll lose it or whatever. I'm not 100% sure on that, but.
Anybody have any objection to that?
No, I think that'd be.
I know how this goes, though. Every year and about when we're through there, everybody's scrambling to get our work orders done. I'm just afraid to delay with our people.
I hate seeing them losing money, but I don't particularly like competing against independent contractors either.
Well, we weren't competing against them, they just, they're not gonna get the job, so.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't hear any quarrels, so we'll move on to EMS report, so.
The only thing I have for the court and the media today is next Tuesday, February 23rd, we will be recognizing and exercising the severe weather drill at 10:07 a.m. The drill is used for the citizens to put
You say
test their
next
plan
Tuesday?
next Tuesday, the 23rd, at 10:07.
Usually the first week in March, usually.
They, Commonwealth requested to move it back a little bit. March kind of gets into the severe weather, and we've
Yeah.
had problems in the past of.
It's actually been a threat at times.
Right, and so we got it back in February, be a little, should be less threat of severe weather, but we encourage everyone to exercise their plans and preparedness for severe weather during that time, and just recognize that it is a drill at 10:07 a.m. unless otherwise notified. That's all I have.
Dorcas is not here today. We have landfill solid waste report, Brad.
Okay, for the news media, because we've already started to get phone calls, we are on schedule this week. So President said he did not have an effect on our schedule. Sent the magistrates, are you guys a copy of that debris management plan? I'm sure you've thumbed through all 100 and some pages of it already.
No, got to memorize.
To cut through all what I need to cut through, basically from you guys, all I need you to mull over is one. Do we want more than one location? If that happens, I'm telling you, my recommendation is no, because we got to man each location. And if you read through it on how you man it, you got to build almost a structure, look down in the loads. It's one of the things they want us to make sure when you bring it in. So that's one thing we got to finalize. We have to finalize agreements with all the cities, but I didn't want to go to those guys with that plan until you guys approved everything. And if we want to put any pre-approved contractors in there, that would be like haulers or someone that helped pick the material up. Last time we had this situation, remember when we had the big ice storm, road department went around, got the trees, hauled it to the rock quarry. Now the recommendation would be rock quarry is the only location we would take those type of items, otherwise it goes to the landfill. Then what other contractor you would probably consider, same thing we do for bulky items, is those type of contractors that we've used in the past, because you want them to have insurance.
But you don't want to name them specific, do you?
They ask you, do you want to name them specific, or we can leave it open?
Let's just leave it open, and that way at the time we can get the cheapest one that's available.
Yeah.
Because we're probably not gonna be the only county to get.
Well, let me just say this, it won't be a matter of cheaper, because the federal government has a set rate that they will pay.
Oh, just be a
And
matter
so
of-
you can actually, if we declare an emergency, I can waive the bidding formalities and go right straight into getting the job done.
Last time they had that truck with that pincher on it, you remember it? They could pinch it, put it and load it themselves.
Yeah, I just didn't want you guys saying, well, we weren't told, or a contractor wasn't told, you
This plan has to be prepared and sent in by,
know. We have to get all the cities to accept it, and we have to send it to solid waste management, get them to approve it, and we send it to FEMA.
But
get
does,
those guys to approve it.
I guess my question is, does it cause an issue if we don't name a specific?
No, I think so.
Okay. I'd like to leave it open.
either way. But the site's kind of,
The site's
Sites
key.
I'm telling you,
Yes, yeah.
my recommendation
Or,
is
yes,
one site,
yeah, I agree.
control it.
What would be the advantage of multiple sites, just a convenience?
Just
Convenience, not have to go all the way from Chaplin to Quarry Lane.
For instance, the state highway department's got one there on Bluegrass Parkway, when they used during the ice storm, just past Bloomfield.
It's that
Past
middle
Bloomfield.
section.
That middle section,
20,
great big
30
wide
Yeah, because that's where they
spread
chip it
road.
off.
For years, they brought debris to that location. That's one of their sites.
It just becomes a management issue with having people there, and qualified people. That'd be on me to get people qualified, I guess.
Yeah.
How old is that vehicle?
Annually, once we get it approved annually, Joe and them have to review it to make sure it's applicable and just continue to go forward. Now, probably such an infancy stage, Jeff. I don't even think solid waste knows. I would assume they'll make us, you know how to do that 5-year plan? I bet they make us update it then. Because it'll have everybody's signature on it, and they'll probably make us update. But it is so early in the stage.
Just becomes a solid waste disposal site, I guess. It gets complicated with that division of waste funds, so. Anyway,
I just want to bring that up to you guys. I am working on it. It's a lot of plugs and chugs. Luckily, they gave us the forms where it was easier on me to get done.
I'd say move forward, huh?
Okay, I just want to bring that up. The other thing is we got bulky item, again, knocking on the door of us. February 29th is when we start the first phase. And I'm going to have to own this one. On the card we sent out, February 29th is correct. So first phase, that's when it starts. It's usually 2 weeks in each district. The next phase on the card says March 7th. Well, it's really not till the 14th. So that being said, what you'll see in the second and third phases, maybe people may have their stuff out a week early.
That's, yeah.
Scheme of things, that ain't bad thing.
Now,
especially with the
it can
weather.
actually help you if you're ahead of schedule.
Possibly, but I own that one. That one's on me.
I've already got some out, so.
see, you didn't even read it to begin with, so.
So if you get questions, we'll correct it on the webpage. I'll get with the news media, try to correct it, but in the scheme of things, if you see stuff out earlier in these other sections, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's still gonna get their 2 weeks that we tend to go in that area. The only other thing I've got for you guys, garbage trucks should be coming in end of this month. You gonna say something?
We'll say, lead into Jim and talk about the bulky item. Go ahead and lead into Jim, if you don't mind.
I'm done.
Okay.
All right, we got quotes for bulk item, our contract haulers. I sent you all an email on it yesterday, you might have got it.
Oh, yeah. Didn't have the 2 bids.
I don't think, did I copy
Two
that?
quotes, you can't hardly get quotes, they're not bidders, they're quotes, because we get our own quotes. I checked with Ricky Honanek, Corey.
They wasn't
they're not
interested.
Because it ties them up, they gotta be committed to a
Yeah.
6-week deal, they don't wanna be committed.
I got it.
They're too busy out there anyhow. They don't need it.
Mago Tapco was the lowest quote again, even though we burned up one of their trucks last year. I didn't think, I didn't think they'd bid it again, but they did, and it's a fair quote. If you
Yes,
look
it
on the
was.
second page, it gives you a little history of the last 5 years on the prices.
Yeah,
They're similar. Actually, that
not too
price,
far off.
now, I could've gone 10 years, and some of the prices, they were more expensive, but fuel's down, I'm sure, so they can keep their price about the same. But it is a purchase order issue for whatever it takes.
What I'm going to ask the court to do is, would please approve TAPCO as the bulky item contractor this year to complement our crew. Jerry got you first, second by Bernard Ice. All approved, say aye. Disapprove? The motion will carry.
I'll send them PO, get PO signed and everything.
Rest of your report, Jim?
Nothing major, the weather prohibits a lot of anything much more than pothole repair type work, some stormwater ditch washout work that we've done throughout here and there, of course, snow plowing type work. But, other than all our private road signs are up that have been
That were up to
identified as a
date.
private road. That's part of that E911 program. Nothing else. We're boom mowing still in District 4. We'll keep going until bulk item starts, and then we'll stop that. We are a little short on manpower with certain issues and whatnot. I think we're working on the
Or pretty close to
replacement
one, yeah.
on one. So all our sand is in. The 1,400 tons is per. It's all been hauled in. All our salt and.
How much have we used salt so far, roughly?
600 tons of salt.
We didn't use much yesterday.
District 1, we used all kinds. We don't hear no breakers.
District 1's fine. If you
That's
didn't
why
use, if you didn't use any, it's perfect.
I don't know, we didn't use, they came back with some of the trucks and stuff. It wasn't too bad, it pushed.
It pushed good yesterday.
Pushed real good, because the temperature got up real nice. It was 2 to 3 inches, we didn't get as much as they were.
I noticed Munfordville and south of us got 6 to 7 inches of snow this last night. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, they were calling for another, and we barely missed
Did
that.
Harristown get in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if the schools had school today.
I mean, that was pretty close.
Nothing right there was close.
I think Bill got a couple inches.
Did he last night?
According to the weatherman.
Keith, I think Leonard Hall was clear yesterday.
We got school.
We must have a school.
Move on. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Recreation report,
Thank you, Dean.
Tyler.
First thing is, our rec board meeting, we're gonna reschedule that from tonight. We're gonna move that to another date, and I'll get with the media and everybody on what day that we, change that to. Right now, just working with, soccer and baseball. We're right around the corner. Soccer starts here soon. We're about to start striking the fields and, get those going. Striker will be back at the end of this week, so we'll start striking the fields here in the next, probably, he wants to probably start striking the fields because they start practice here in the next week or two. So we'll start striking soccer fields here in the next week or two. So, and then, the next thing is I was wanting to ask court's approval of looking at getting a drag for the baseball. It's $5,500. Here's some pictures.
I think he sent you an email.
I sent some pictures to kind of to help me out with the baseball field.
What it is like a big tractor.
It doesn't have the
Big
drag
tractor.
on the back of it because I went and looked at it and was driving it. So we took the drag that actually smooths out the dirt and stuff on it. It has a actual rake underneath in the middle to help if the dirt's wet, kind of loosen up the dirt, turn the dirt over.
And then you'll use the existing drag you got now to pull behind it.
It comes with the drag. It
Well, we
comes
don't
on.
have to get a lot of time.
It comes with the drag to pull behind it.
Because the city had one. And it was an antique.
Can you tie a drag behind this piece of equipment?
It comes with the drag. Yeah.
And it's got
Well,
one
no,
underneath
it's
and one behind too.
It comes one with behind it. The teeth in the middle just help turn the dirt, break the dirt up. There comes with one that attaches to the back. It's just not attached because we were in rock and I was driving around when I went and looked at it.
Since we're in the
It'll really help me with getting the field ready, with having those
On
five
time
fields and
basis.
in
Keep
time
it right.
basis and being able to move around to the other soccer and
We're in
football.
the rec business, guys, so that's the rec business. I would recommend the court to
This is a reused, or
A rebuilt.
rebuilt one, right? What's
Yes.
the new one?
Our brand new one's about $16,000.
But he rebuilt almost everything on this.
Everything, it's got a brand new.
It's got new tires.
It's got brand new tires, a brand new transmission. He's got new
And
fuel.
we got warranty with it too. didn't we?
It's got 90-day warranty on it, for us. He said if anything else, he's a super nice guy. He said he would work with us and do anything that he needed to do. Work on it.
First 90 days you drive back and forth to work.
And wear it out.
You live fairly close.
I live really close. I can take care of that.
A motion to approve, since it's over the limit. Motion by Bernard, second by Jeff Lear. All approved, say aye. Disapprove,
Take care of it.
motion carries. It was unanimous with a sigh. On the board appointment, I'm gonna pass on that right now. I've got one more piece of information to get on that appointment, and I'll bring it back to the next court meeting.